Again, I am there to let you know a few wonderful things about Vedic astrology. Now, we had some videos about Saturn and planet Sun and remedies, etc. And I did receive many interesting emails, and many of them wanted to know how can they get their birth chart, or how can one find out where the planetary positions in their horoscope. That's a valid question. Though I am not planning to teach astrology here, because I don't want to overload you with all this astrology terminology. But it's a good question. How can I get a birth chart? And how can I find out the strength of my planets and how they are positioned in different zodiac signs in my birth chart? That's very important, especially for the younger generation. Today they are very good with software or internet, etc. So I'm going to teach you how to get your birth chart within no time, within a minute, free of charge. It will at once show you how the planets are positioned in your birth chart, isn't it? Wonderful, no? So you need to spend 1 minute for that. That's all. So let's try that. I will show you on my computer screen how we do that. Let's try that. So now you can see my computer screen. On the screen, you can go to Google and search for Parashara's Light Chart Calculator. Just write Parashara's Light Chart Calculator. Then you will get Chart Calculator Parashara's Light. So Parashara Muni is one of the greatest astrologers in the Vedic era. And Parashara's Light software is an American-based company, and I have been working with them for over 25 years. One of the very best software for Vedic astrology calculation. I would say I have tried many, but the Parashara's Light is the best, and they know me very well, but because I have been communicating with them a lot, and I am not trying to promote or do some marketing for them. I am just doing this with a lot of gratitude to them, with my respect to them, gratitude to them, so the whole world will come to know how good Parashara's Light is, because that has helped me a lot in the last 25 years or 30 years to make thousands of horoscopes. It's a wonderful software. So let's go back. Now look for Parashara's Light Chart Calculator and click on that. Then let's see what's coming. See, you will get this window. Most probably you should get this window. And it says, please enter your birth data in the form below. This is from the Parashara's Light. You can see the telephone number at the top. But however, please enter your birth data in the form below. Let's start something with a sample chart. Okay, we'll put sample. Sample. We'll put the name. So you can put your name. But I have to tell you, name is not necessary. You have to put a name for records. But name will not add anything to the birth chart. You can say Mr. Bean if you want. You can say Mr. Bean, doesn't matter. Sample chart. So I will put male or female. You have to select male and select the date of birth. We'll say let's put something like April, and we'll say, let's see, 27th April, and let's go to the year, and I would say 1930. No, what, 1970? Here we stop. Here we put 1951. Okay, April 27, 1951. And what the time? We'll say this is sample 11. Let's see, 1143 or 45, 1150, whatever. We'll say 1143. Okay, 1143, and where? We put Sri Lanka. I'm coming from Sri Lanka. Always my mind is there. So let's put Sri Lanka. We put Sri Lanka. Now look for this slowly. Sri Lanka here. You can see Sri Lanka here. Click on Sri Lanka. Now we have put the sample chart, and then we put the month and the date and the year and the time. Make sure you put correct time, 23 hours or 11 p.m. 43 minutes. The time of birth is very important. Date of birth is very important. Time of birth, sometimes, most of the time, the chart will change. So make sure that you have the correct time of birth. Astrologers can rectify and correct the time. If somebody says my time of birth is between 10 p.m. and 11 p.m., well, I can rectify, I can correct it by studying your certain events in your life. That is the day you got married, or the date of birth of your children, date of birth of your siblings, and the day you traveled. So what I do, I can prepare a chart for every such event and coordinate that with the date of birth, and then do some research. What could be the time of birth for this person if he got married on this day? What could be the time of birth for this person if he got a baby boy on this day? So like that we can rectify the time. That takes a little bit of time, but astrologers can do that. I do that very often. And now it's Sri Lanka, so you need to find, depending on your country, what region is Western province. Country, Western province, Sri Lanka, Western province. Now the town, let's put Colombo, okay? Let's put Colombo, C-O-L-O-M-B-O, Colombo. So we have entered all the data. Check again. Your name, male or female, date of birth, and the time, and the country, and the province or the region, and the city. Some cities sometimes you may not find, then you have to go to the nearest city. That is also will work, because longitude, latitude, that doesn't make big difference sometimes if the cities are very close. So go to the next nearest city and then validate. Make sure to validate. Here you can see my cursor. Click on that and validate. When you validate, then you get a green tick here. That means it's all accepted. Now the software is calculating it, and now submit. And let's see what's coming. Wow, see, this is what we got. This is the sample chart we got. How nice. This is the sample chart we got. This sample chart has different houses. Some houses are square, some houses are triangle, and there are numbers. Now, do not worry about the adjoining chart. That is a Navamsa chart we can talk about later. This is the main birth chart where you can see where the planets here. Saturn is in this corner and the moon is on the top house. So we need to learn now. Once you take a print from this, you can learn how to go through the chart and the meaning of the numbers, etc. That I'm going to show you again in a different video that I can show you now. Let's have a look at that. So now this diagram here says we have two types of charts. One is North Indian chart, the other one is South Indian chart. I am more familiar, happier with the North Indian chart. South Indian chart, South Indians and even Malaysians, they like the South Indian chart. But the diagram is different. But the principles of Vedic astrology and how we evaluate all same. But let's have a look at the birth chart of our sample according to the North Indian chart. Yeah. So you saw that birth chart in our sample. You saw that our birth chart was here. Look, this has number 10 in the center with the moon. And AS here means ascendant. That is rising sign or the ascendant. AS, ascendant, number 10 here, and the moon here. Then next one, number 11 and Rahu here. We go anti-clockwise, so we can see that here. Look, count houses anti-clockwise. Anti-clockwise from the very top one. The top house here where the moon and 10 is, that is the top house. That is the first house. That is always the first house. In Sri Lanka, in some countries they put number 1, but that's not necessary. We know this is in every birth chart, the top one is the first house. Most important is what is the sign assigned to that ascendant Capricorn, because the rising sign is Capricorn, ascendant or the first house all same, rising sign, ascendant or the first house all same. So don't get mixed up with the number. Number doesn't mean the house number, it is the zodiac sign number. The first house, look at this table, first house with number 10, that is Capricorn. So we go anti-clockwise, I said. We go anti-clockwise. When we go anti-clockwise, the second house, I have assigned number 11. It comes automatically in software. Number 11. House 2 with number 11, Aquarius. That is the second zodiac sign. Then we go anti-clockwise to the third house. It's a triangular house. And the third house, I have assigned it to the 12th zodiac sign. Here it says house 3 with number 12. It is Pisces is the 12th zodiac sign. So likewise we can go anti-clockwise. Let's see the fourth position. First house is number 10 here, assigned to Capricorn. Go anti-clockwise. Second house assigned to number 11, that is Aquarius. Then go the third house assigned to number 12, that is Pisces. Now this is the fourth house. It's a square again. The fourth house is assigned to number 1, Aries. So it is just a sequence, the normal sequence of planetary zodiac signs. Aquarius, next one, this Capricorn, the very first house, Capricorn, second one Aquarius, Pisces, Aries, then go Taurus, then go Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius. That is the normals. Now if you want to see in your chart, okay, in the sample chart Saturn is here. Now where is Saturn? Saturn is in the 9th house if you count anti-clockwise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9th house. Assigned to number 6, that is in Virgo. That is in Virgo here. House 9 with number 6 in Virgo. Now let's see Venus for an example. Venus in this diagram here, VE, Venus in our sample. Venus is in which house? In the 5th house. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5th house. 5th house belongs to Venus. Now Venus, let's see again. 5th house here, house 5 with number 2, Taurus. It is in Taurus. So that's how we look at the chart. You have chart has 12 houses, 9 planets. 12 houses, 9 planets. And they are positioned like this. This diagram, you got it. That is very easy. And the same thing in the in the South Indian chart. They are always the very top left corner. It is always assigned for Pisces. Automatic. Very top left corner, Pisces. Then we go clockwise, not anti-clockwise. Remember, North Indian chart anti-clockwise always. South Indian chart clockwise. 12th zodiac sign, not the 12th house. 12th zodiac sign is assigned to the top corner. Then the first zodiac sign is on the right. Second zodiac sign here, Taurus, like that. We go second, third zodiac, fourth, fifth, sixth zodiac sign Saturn here. In the North Indian chart, you can see sixth zodiac sign, it's Saturn. So now like that we did see now how it's happening. And so this is the South Indian, but don't get confused with the South Indian. I will be using only North Indian in future. So now we got the sample chart. We know in which house is Moon, which house is Saturn, which house is Venus, and what is the sign. Number 2 means Cancer, Taurus, that we know. Venus in house number 5 here, house number 5, number 2, Taurus, Venus. So that's pretty good. We did learn that. And let's stop there and go back to the other chart. Again, this is the chart. See, this is the chart that you got. Okay, this is the chart. So this is pretty good. And let me let's go upward, go down, go scroll the sheet. What you got now? See what you have. We were looking at this, but now look at here. This shows where the ascendant is Capricorn. So the sample chart ascendant is Capricorn, and Capricorn is the 10th zodiac sign. So is Capricorn. For the moment, that's enough. Don't worry about the nakshastras. Don't worry about the degrees. That when you learn later on, if you want, you can investigate those things. You can learn a lot from the internet. The planet Sun is Aries. Planet Sun is Aries here. Sun number 1, first zodiac sign Aries. So Sun here, Sun in Aries. Dignity, that is important. That is the strength of the planet. That is exalted, very powerful. Exalted means very powerful. Ucham position, very powerful Sun. And then we look at, we go further, we have the second one, Moon. Moon in Capricorn. It is in an enemy position, not that great. But don't have fear to see these things. The enemy, it's okay, they are only dignity to measure the strength. But don't worry about those things. This though it is weak, it can get positive energy from other planets. Mars, MA, in Aries, in the first zodiac sign here. Mars in this table in Aries, Mars in Aries. And how is that Mars? Dignity? Oh no. So you can find out whether your planet having strong positions, exalted, own house, or in neutral positions here. This table, look at this table here. Dignity, exalted, Sun. Moon in enemy position. Mars in own house, very good. Mercury in an enemy position. But again, don't think it's a bad, because it depending on the other planets around. Now this Mercury is not alone. It is with a very powerful Sun and a Mars. Very powerful Sun and a Mars. Sun is exalted and Mars own house. So very powerful. In between, Mercury is there. So you should not come to conclusions only if you see enemy or weak positions. Yeah, no, neutral is okay. And then we have Rahu in the own house, Venus in Taurus in the sample chart, own house. Venus in Taurus, sample chart, own house. Jupiter in Pisces. Where's Jupiter? Here, Jupiter in Pisces. That is in the own house. So now you got the chart. Now you know how to look at it. And it's pretty beautiful, isn't it? So now you all got the chart within a minute, and you did learn a lot. You saw how the planets are positioned in your birth chart, and you can see whether they are strong or whether they are in neutral positions, etc. And I'm happy. Within a minute you have your horoscope in your hand. Now I will come with another video to explain a little bit more why we look at the birth chart, first of all, and how
most important component there. That we'll discuss. Okay, thank you. See you again. Bye bye. I'm Dr. Theja.